And I am with Cat Peach, captain of team Betty White Otakus. So, Cat Peach, can you explain to me what your team is all about?
Our team is pretty much all about taking, I think, the energy that Bahamut and I had casting last season, which is to say just getting really, really drunk. And just, throwing whatever we feel like out into the Nexus. I don't think we really have a plan. I
Yeah,
don't think we really have any like set strategies. I don't think we're gonna practice. But we kind of legitimately want to be the wild card, I think. No one's gonna really know what the heck we're gonna do because we don't really know what the heck we're gonna do until we do it. So I think that's kind of what we're going for here.
as far as your team is concerned, what is your team's biggest strength and biggest weakness?
Um, we are very likely collectively, well, I'm not going to say collectively. I know for myself, I am probably the least mechanically apt player competing this season.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us like know about the game, but like
Well, you
I
know
just
Fringe is
fucking
playing, right?
Oh, I know. I don't
All
think
right.
so. I Fringe gives me a lot of credit of being like, "Ah, you totally play gold," but I think he's just trying to butter me up or something.
Oh, okay.
Not definitely not the case. But so I think like in terms of weakness, I think we actually might have the fewest people who maybe have competed generally.
That's true. Only
On
Romedy, I think, right?
Romedy competed in Bush League last season.
Yeah,
I
he's the
know
only
like
one that's returning, I think.
yeah, and Jinxie Cat has been competing for a while. I don't know if Bahamut has technically competed. I really haven't competed. So we're just like a bunch of people who have played this, normally, but not really in this kind of atmosphere. So I think that's definitely a weakness against us. But I think a strength is even, you know what, even if we're gonna be down in a game like 4 levels, we're gonna be like, we don't give a shit. We're gonna play our hearts out. And so I think we're just gonna have this like it's just a scratch, don't worry about it mentality that's going to just bring us through the next couple weeks of Bush League. And for better or for worse, I think that's what's going to really carry us to wherever the heck we end up. And whether or not that's in last place or not is to be seen.
See, I would have said that being casters for season two and part of season one would give you sort of an insight on how all the other players play, like all the other maps and stuff, and what where they're gonna be or where they're planning and stuff like that. What do you think
Mm-hmm.
about that?
I mean, that if I wanted to go back and watch all those, but like that stuff
You
just
already
flies
forgot.
right out of my head. Like I say it and then I entirely forget what I just said. At least when I cast.
Okay.
And so I definitely have not retained anything other than that like Zex likes Chen. I know Goon's really good. Fringe likes offlaning, and there's like a small smattering of other things. But you would be surprised how much, at least for I think for me, that all just kind of goes out the window once
All
the
right.
cast is over.
So it's all on Bahamut to kind of recall season two.
It's all on him entirely, and he doesn't know that. When he hears this, he'll know it. Sorry, buddy, but it's all on you to recall last season's everything.
All right, I have a kind of a tough question here for you. Some teams have said that the Betty White Otakus are a bottom tier team. What do you have to say about that?
Listen, in order to climb, you got to start at the bottom, okay? So we can only go up. If we're starting at the bottom, any accomplishment we get.
Wait, I never said you guys were starting at the bottom. This is what other team captains and other interviews have said.
Well, if
So,
people are saying that, like, as soon as we do something impressive, that means we've impressed people. So we have a very low bar for being able to be like, oh, they did something really cool because of that, maybe, like
yeah.
it's almost a little bit of pressure off our backs to have to like come up and perform to a certain standard. Like if people are saying we're the weakest, and like fuck it, we're gonna be the weakest, and we're gonna play our game. And whether that works out well or not, I think we're gonna probably have the most fun. We're number one in fun in Bush League, I think. So
The
fuck all
standings
the
don't.
other teams who are all like, oh, they're weak, maybe game wise, but we're top tier party team. I think that's our thing.
All right. Is there any special team comps, strategies, or something you plan to run this season that maybe people wouldn't know offhand?
I mean, we haven't talked too much about that. But what I will say is I think we have a couple players who are known to play specific roles on other teams or just, generally. And I think everyone is like, I don't want to do that. So, we're going to have someone who, they're main tank, but they're like, I want to offlane. And they have an offlane pick that I won't throw out because I don't want to throw our single strategy out the window.
Oh, okay.
But I think we're all just going to be experimenting and trying to see what works and just play what's enjoyable. And we'll see if Probius comes into the play. I wonder how many
Oh,
teams are going to be expecting that. Much like how anyone playing against Zex's team, sometimes the Chen ban would come out just for shits and giggles. So I can't wait to see people waste a ban on Probius. It's going to be hilarious.
I've heard Hero Physio from Alpha Meta Protocol say multiple times Probius is coming out. So maybe if you play against them, you may have to get that first pick just to secure him.
Be the only match in which Probius is first pick contention. And I cannot wait for that because it's going to be hysterical to see how much better he is at Probius than I am. But, we'll see when it happens.
All right. So, is there any team or individual that you really just want to beat or stick it to this season?
Um,
You can be honest. You can be honest.
I mean, I only have like camaraderie with like a small number of the Bush League folks,
Yeah.
and so I just feel like it's gonna be Fringe. Fringe and I like both do offlane a lot, and so I just feel like if I have the chance to bully Fringe, that'd be well. I would say Goon, but one, I absolutely adore Goon,
Yeah.
and two, like he's so nice that I don't want to do that to him, and three, he's just actually really good, and so there's no way I would actually beat him in anything.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna pick Fringe because he seems to still be riding his season 1 championship. And it's in the past, man.
That's so true. He's riding on past glory. Time for my last question. How do you plan to celebrate if you win Bush League?
Um, Probably never playing Heroes of the Storm again because if we win, there's something incredibly wrong with this video game.
I,
I think,
I,
but also like after that, probably just like go out, get real drunk, and then I don't know, that'll be my crowning achievement in this game as well, I think. So I'll
well,
just like print myself like a banner, right? Or maybe just have like an alleyway like trash fire, right? Like some kind of like real gritty, just like champions and have like a trash fire and just like drink out of a 40 and be like, yeah, this seems right.
well,
That seems like an appropriate celebration.
Fringe season one bought medals for him and all the other members on his team, and Schizo second season, the next day made a little compilation video of his team
Aw.
winning. So, I mean, is that something you think you do, or the other members of your team would do? Is your team very competitive at all? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think some of us are more competitive than others. I think in the right mindset, we are all competitive. But I don't think we're coming into this as like a trial of whether or not we're good at the game. We're just but like Bush League's a fucking great time and I
Yeah,
think we just want to like get in on that and so we're really pumped just to be on the ground floor instead of casting. Because
yeah,
when I was casting, I was like, I just want to fucking play these games. These games are like hilarious and stupid and you never know what's going to happen and like I want to be the person that doesn't know what's going on and like making things that no one else understands happen. I feel like I would buy everyone t-shirts or like make them t-shirts.
yeah. What's gonna be on the
Like
T-shirt? What's on the T-shirt?
probably a Betty White illustration for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll have to think of it in the moment. I think it'll probably build up on whatever actually happens in Bush League this
All right. So
season.
you're not getting tickets for everyone to go to Disneyland or something, right?
Not yet, but maybe if I get drunk enough during finals and we win, I could be convinced to do that. So
Make some
you never
crazy
know.
promises. I got it. Well, thanks so much, Cat Peach, for doing the interview. And I wish you and the Betty White Otakus the best of luck on season 3.
Thank you very much. We're excited.